Maria. Thank you for joining me today. As you can see, today's project is really cute. I actually posted a photo of this on my Instagram, and I wasn't really planning on doing a tutorial because this project is very easy. As you can see, it's just a bunch of flowers and some LED lights, but there's a trick to this though that my husband made for me that I was really happy because you can't find any batteries on this. Excuse the mess on my craft table because I was crafting since yesterday. And you won't be able to see that there's an LED light inside. As I said, I wasn't planning on doing a tutorial for this project since it's very easy, but I thought, you know, I was in a crafting sort of rut for a few days now, and I wasn't feeling well and I wasn't really in the mood to do any crafting. But then I wanted to do a nice project that's very simple to make without taking so much time, as well as to create something for spring that's absolutely adorable. And I wanted a centerpiece for my foyer, and I thought of creating this project and show you guys, so maybe you guys would be in the mood to do this as well. So this is gonna be a quick video. It's not going to be a step-by-step tutorial because my husband already drilled a hole. I'm gonna show you the bottom of it. See, this is open right now, and the battery operated LED light is inserted here, and I just covered it with cardstock right now so I can turn it on and off. But that is completely open, and the battery is inserted in there so that I can turn on the light. So the first thing that you will need is a vase like this if you are going to put the battery inside. This is completely optional. If you don't want to do this, if you think this is so difficult, you can always just, you know, kind of hide the string behind the vase and then turn it on and off. But I wanted to be able to pick it up and move it someplace else in the house, and I wanted to look at it without looking at wires. So I asked my husband to drill a hole at the bottom of this clay vase so that I could insert the battery for the LED lights and then cover the bottom, and it looks really nice, so people won't be able to tell that this is totally a DIY. So if you don't want that step, as I said, you don't have to. It's completely optional. But if you're gonna do that and drill a hole, then you will need a clay vase. The second thing that you need to get are branches. You can spray paint them white or spray paint them brown. I happen to have brown over here, so you'll need a couple of those. If you can't find any, it's always available at the craft store. The third thing that you will need for this project, of course, are LED lights. I used a 10-piece LED light, or 10 LED lights on this project. So I just wanted 10 pieces of lights and make it simple, and I don't have to get overwhelmed because, as I said, I was in a crafting rut for a while, so I wanted a quick project. So you will need some LED lights. LED lights will not get hot, so if you're using paper, it's not going to be dangerous and it's not going to burn your paper. And then you will need some zip ties. And I use brown for my project to match the branches. As you can, I don't know if you can see it, but see, there you go. That's a brown zip tie. You need to match the zip tie if you're going to use zip ties on your project to hold your wires. And if you have white branches, then you will need white zip ties. You will need your flower punches. I used 2 for this project. I used the EK Success flower punches, this big one and the small one. And you will need your cardstock, of course. And I have it here right now because I wanted to show you how I made the flowers. And you will need a center for your flower. And I used this sort of holographic sticker paper that I got from Daiso, just so when the lights are on, you'll see that the light actually reflects on the flower itself. And you don't have to have a holographic one. You can either use glitter or whatever you desire. It's really all up to you. This is what's fun about this project. It's very easy, and you can just use your imagination on how you want your flowers to look like. So the third one that I use for this project are these inexpensive flowers. You can find these things at the Dollar Tree, and all you have to do is take the flower off the branch, and then this is the important piece, and this is what I use for my project to add. So you can get rid of this or use this for a different project, but this is what you need, the plastic piece. And again, this is optional. If you don't have this, you don't have to. You can always use mini glue dots to attach the light on your paper flowers, or you can use your hot glue gun. And then of course you will need your bone folder to shape your paper flowers, and you need your glue to attach the flowers. This is completely optional though if you have the tiny pieces right here, because this will go in your LED lights. You can see there's a hole there, but if you don't have this, then you will need glue or your hot glue or mini glue dots. So that's it. That's how simple it is. So let's get started. So as you can see, I already put the flowers on the lights, so I'm just going to show you the last piece that we're going to put on here. The first thing I did was I asked my husband to drill a hole so I can insert the battery operated lights inside this vase. Then I covered the hole and made sure that I left this tiny hole here so I can turn it on and off. And then I just adhered this with double-sided tape, and so when the battery is done and I need to replace it, then I can just take them off. And the next thing I did was to attach the LED light to my branches, and I just looped it through. There was no rhyme or reason to do this. You just loop it through and then somehow arrange where you want your lights or your flowers to go. And that's what I did here. And then once you have your lights sorted out, and you will need to cover the lights, and that's what I did here. I also added some branches to make it look more realistic, and I still have to use my mini glue dots to arrange the leaves there, just to give it sort of like a realistic feel. If not, then you don't have to do this step as well. In fact, you can buy lighted branches already from Target or Walmart, but sometimes you just don't like the flowers that comes with the lighted branches, and sometimes it looks so awful, and you want to match your decor with your bedroom color or something like that. So that's why this is also a possibility. If you already have the lighted branches, then all you have to do is change the flowers, and this is one way of doing it. So we're going to work on the last piece here, and all you have to do is punch out. What I did here is I punch out 2 paper flowers like so, and then I just use my bone folder to just shape it a little bit. The other one is facing down, and then the other one is facing up. So this one, and then you can use your glue and adhere both flowers. Then once you're done with that, you need to punch out your glitter center or your holographic center, and this is a sticker. So all you have to do is take the backing off. We will adhere this piece in the middle of our flower, like so. And then what I did here was just to find the center of the flower and then punched a hole like that. So I attach both like this, which I have here now. And then I took this plastic piece here from this cheap flower that I got from the dollar store, and what I did was I just inserted that piece here, so you can see, and flipped it over, and I will just put this piece right there. And now it's holding my flower. So it's nice if you have that piece, but if you don't, then you can just hot glue it. So we're gonna focus on the flower now. And all you have to do, and again, if you don't have this plastic piece, you can just use your hot glue or your mini glue dot and just insert it on your flower like so. And that's it. Easy peasy. That's how it looks like, and it's so pretty. It really is, and it's a cheap centerpiece that you can make for a spring project. It looks really beautiful and it's simple, and it will cheer you up, especially for some of you guys having a lot of snow. This is a project that you can make to kind of cheer you up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. And if you have any questions, please feel free to send me a message at the information bar below, or send me a private message and I will definitely respond to you. If you tried this project, please don't forget to tag me so I can watch your video and subscribe to your channel and support you as well. And I'll see you on my next project. Bye for now.